So
I know.
I want to take an opportunity just to talk about, or just to recap the things that I told everybody earlier that we have a couple of things that you came up with these conclusions as from experiences and things like that. So I kind of want to go through those. So number one, life is dangerous, random, and mostly out of our control.
Yes.
And it could end at any moment.
Our existence is temporary.
Absolutely. Totally. Yeah.
All is impermanent. All is without a self.
I love that. Joseph Campbell, just so you know. Okay.
Yep. So cavity, place of bliss. But yeah, all is impermanent. All is without a self. And the thing is that everything is temporal. It
Absolutely.
comes and it goes.
That's it.
Yep.
That's right. Okay. Number two, the human animal is fickle and greedy, and so are you.
Yes, you are.
And I have.
Yes, I am.
And I have a quote by Machiavelli.
Yes, go ahead.
We can say this about most people, that they are ungrateful and unreliable. They lie, they fake, they're greedy for cash, and they melt away in the face of danger.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
That's
you need
deep.
to recognize that about yourself. You need to recognize that about yourself because that lives in every single one of us.
Yeah. No,
Yes,
I
it
agree.
does.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. And I know we've already touched on this one.
Yes.
But the third thing is that everything is temporary.
Everything
There's
is
nothing
temporary.
that is ever going to stick with us forever and ever. We're not going to go through a process or a situation forever. There are some things, however, that are not temporary, such as diseases and things like that. But I would say that the feelings and the things that you go through that are associated with those things are temporary thoughts and feelings. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Because I think for my mom, it's temporary. You know, when my mom goes through what she goes through with her Parkinson's, and when I think some of it's temporary, it's ebbs and flows.
Yes.
Maybe that's what we mean by that.
Yeah. And the thing is that it's like life is all about ebbs and flows. You know, and I was giving you the analogy of this type of ebbs and flows and then these type of ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
You know, there's a difference because it's all a matter of perspective. You know?
Agreed. Yeah.
It's all a matter of, okay, how do I choose to see life? You know,
Right.
Are things tough? Are things bad? Are things, oh my God, this is horrible. In comparison to
like to
what?
put things into perspective. And,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because this might pass, right? And you might achieve this level, but you may not achieve somebody else's level because that's not uniquely who you are.
Right.
You know, and that's okay. But we just tend to, but again, even with those people, their fame, their fortune, and all that stuff is also temporary.
Of course.
So remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 4. There's no belief system, or no system or of belief. Sorry, let me start over. Number 4. No system of belief or single idea that could encompass an endless life.
It doesn't.
Right.
Life itself. Like, what is it?
Yeah.
You know,
we don't
where does
know
it come from?
what that is.
Where does it come from?
Yeah.
So did somebody create it? Did it just happen organically? Where does it come from? So no system of belief could encompass all that. And no system of belief could say what's right and what's wrong. Now, that's why even democracy is not the best system, but it's the best system out of all the ones that we've tried.
That we've had, yeah.
Right? You know,
Yeah.
It's just true.
Yeah.
You know, but it's the idea of competing ideas, competing concepts as to, okay, we're gonna go this one way or this that way. That's why I loved. I mean, and this is representative in nature. Is a shape of nature that of you know when you look at a branch, when you look at, and I said this before, lightning. It goes in different directions, and then it might come back together, or it might go, because ideas are not ultimate truth. You know, you can't tell. You know, let's say you bring a group of conservatives together, and you start going line by line, if they agree on every single line item, I'd be hard pressed to find a consensus in all the things that conservatives say that they agree upon.
Right.
There's some shit that I'm conservative about, things that I'm not.
Right.
There's some things that I'm pretty liberal about. There's some things that I'm like, nah, you're taking it way too far.
Yeah.
You know, it's to be really logical, right? Because this is what we value in the West, the value of thoughts, of rational thinking. If you value that, there is no absolute. It's the idea of looking at things and deducing what's the best thing, you know. At the end of the day, really, is that accepting realities and accepting these harsh realities of life, what it does is that it gives you a certain grounding. In my opinion, I think it gives you a more realistic grounding as to what life is, how our uniqueness, the uniqueness of others, and the construct that we've created in society, and then how life and nature work, that is all bound in conflict. Mm-hmm. By you understanding that, and understanding that all these things are bouncing off of each other, you know, then you become a willing participant in the process rather than being the victim of it. Mm-hmm. You know, and this is all the stuff that mythologies and stuff have to say, that you are a willing participant in it all. Right. Instead of oh my God, why did this happen to me? Now, again, as an individual, I've been there. I've been there. Why did this happen to me? Why did I have to go through this? I'm a good person. I'm this and that and the other. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. But it's things that you have to learn. It's like it's when you get betrayed by a loved one, mm-hmm. when you give your loyalty to an organization.
Our final thought here is that the individual
has to choose.
Chooses.
You have to choose. The choice is yours. But yes, the individual, you have to choose. It's like you have to choose. You know, if you want to continue thinking, oh my God, everything's like, oh my God, it's like, okay, then just do that. You don't have to listen to what we're saying. It's like, it's fine. It's okay.
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
You choose.
It's up to you. You get to choose. It's like, that is the promise of the West, the individual and an ability to choose.
Yep.
That is the promise of the West, and that is one of the things that we have inherited without us free will, correct?
Yep.